Well, it's hard to see it, but that is Swinging Senorita prepping for her first stake race of the year. Well, Ohio Sire Stake race of the year. Looks good. It's raining pretty hard, so I thought maybe Jason should go with her. Now, don't jump to conclusions and think that I'm not going with anybody today. I am going to gallop Stay Special here in just a minute. I was hoping the rain would subside, and it has for the most part, but it's still muddy and mucky out. Well, I could tell I was tired this morning because we had one hell of a 72 hours, and I was still really tired this morning. Had a number of things on my plate I had to do. We were going to train today, and there's been some sickness in the barn. We had like 12 or 13 horses that had not been on the top of their game the last 3 or 4 days, maybe come off their feet a little bit, maybe tiny temperatures here and there. So I just said, if we train them today in the rain and it's cold, 38 Fahrenheit, it's 3 degrees out. We train them today, you know what's going to happen. They're going to be sick. I'm just going to show you Senorita finishing up. You know very well that if we train them today in the rain and the cold weather, that they're all going to be sick. So let's try and nip this in the bud right now. She is a little pacey looking, but at that speed, it's when you speed her up, she starts to thaw out and flatten into her. There she goes. There she looks good. Flatten into her gait. Yeah, she looks really good there. Good. You know very well that if we train these horses in this pouring rain and the cold weather, they're all going to be sick. So told Jason, listen, we haven't really missed any days. We haven't had any issues with sickness in this barn all year. A little bit in Ontario right now too. But can you blame the horses at all? It has been the last 6 weeks, hot, cold. I remember the one weekend it was plus 25. I drove at the Meadows. It was plus 25. It was hot out, and the very next day there was with the wind chill, it was below zero in Ontario. Oh, he's really letting her scoot along now. 1.5 miles. I told him just to go nice and easy today with her. Here's her last lap of 1.5 miles. She's finishing up there now. She looks good. She looks good there now. So, as I said, with the weather the way it was, it's not hard to believe. It's not hard to believe that the horses were getting a little bit sick, and it spreads, right? You guys see that, and it's everywhere. It's not just in our barn in Ontario, Ohio. It's all around, and best thing you can do is just go easy and mitigate it. We haven't missed any days. We haven't missed any time, so there won't be any issue in that regard. With the horses. Now today, Hornplayer was supposed to train today, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I am going to get to Kentucky for Sunday. I want to drive Hornplayer, I want to drive Buzz, I want to drive Stay Special. So I will get there for Sunday. What we do after Sunday, I don't know. How I get there, I don't know yet, but I'm going to figure it out. So the issue with me training Hornplayer today was that I didn't think I would go to Kentucky this week, which meant we had to make sure the equipment was perfect for going down there. And now that I am going to Kentucky, we know where it is, but if I have to make adjustments when we get to Kentucky, much like I did with Tailgate Buzz the other day, then we will. And I won't know, Eric's going to do his job, have it ready to go, but exactly where we want to have the hobbles for that particular track, it was quite a bit different for Tailgate Buzz, and it could be for Hornplayer also. So I think it's very important that I make my way to Kentucky. Now, this will be my last trip to Kentucky, I think, this weekend until June the 13th, 12th and 13th, when the horses start racing there in the 2-year-old sire stakes. Who are we going to have ready for that race? I don't know yet. I'm not positive who we are going to have ready, but I suspect one trotting filly. We went over this the other day. One trotting filly will be Lover's Play. The 2 trotting colts, still up in the air with them a little bit, and then we may have Arson ready. For there, but we're not going to rush either for him. So with that, I still got to train one horse. Jason can train Hornplayer tomorrow, and then I am off to Ontario. Quite frankly, had I known that it was going to pour all day, because this changed. It wasn't supposed to rain this hard all day. Had I known it was going to pour, I just would have continued on to Canada last night. So I'm going to gallop Stay Special here in just a minute. And I am going to watch a couple of the other horses jog. Just take take note of everything going on in the barn. Who's sick, who's feeling good, who's getting over. I want to take a look at Cowboy. Also, I said he kicked and scraped his leg up yesterday, so I want to take a look at him and see how his leg's looking today. Just take stock of the entire barn. Just a little mental snapshot as I head down the road. I'll talk to Jason later on about how the rest of them went. Talk to Jason Merriman also about how they went. Talk to Eric about how things are going in Kentucky. But from my standpoint, I think everything is moving quite well. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'll talk to you all very soon. Not much to report today. Kind of a gloomy, rainy, miserable day here in Ohio. Take care.